Alright, campers. Today we are changing out a Dometic AC. Right there. Alright, so all of these screws are Robertson, which means they are a square head, if that can zoom in. Square head bit. Majority of the screws in your RV you've probably already found are going to be a Robertson Phillips combo screw. If you take all 6 of these screws out, the top shroud will come off. And last one is going to fall on my head now. Bingo! Alright, so now we're left with this. At this point here, you really only have to take off these 4 outside bolts, and they are, let's see, I think they're probably 3/8. Let's see here. Yep, they're 3/8. So with a 3/8 nut driver, you take all 4 of those off, and then at that point you're ready to go up on the roof. Now, one thing to keep in mind while you're taking these off is when that last one comes off, this metal plate here will fall on your head. I've had that happen to me before, and it will draw blood for sure. So let's take this last one off. Oh, there we go. So, oh, that last one's still held on there. Let's go ahead and get that off. Alright, so that shroud's off. So at this point, we're left with pretty much just a hole, and your electrical box is hanging here. And now we're ready to go up on the roof and actually pull the AC unit off and put the new one on. And we're almost done with this job. Super easy. Now I'm up here on the roof. We got the AC unit here, and as you can see, if I just lift up, this whole thing is completely disconnected. So at this point, really, I can just take the AC, move it out of the way, and then get the other AC that I have here on my forklift, and then get it set in place where the old one was. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. As you can see, this was missing the shroud, but I have another shroud here for it. So what we're gonna have to do is we gotta line this up with the old hole. So we're gonna put these foam pieces right in the exact same spot where it was before. All right, and then when you got it pretty much in the same spot and flat, you're ready to go back inside. Now I do have to put the shroud on this, so I'm going to put the shroud on here. But normally it'll come with a shroud, so you won't have to do that. Just the one that I happen to have on hand didn't have a shroud on it, so I'm going to go put the cover on this, and then we'll go inside and we'll fasten everything down. All right, now that we do have the new unit up there on the roof, all we have to do now, so the new unit will have a cord that's It's with a connector on it. As soon as you look up in here, it'll be sitting right here out of the new unit. So you just pull that down, plug that right into your box. You've got your white freeze cable that's coming off the box there. You're just gonna stick your hand up there and then shove the tip of that into the fan of the AC. There we go. All right, maybe I can show you guys that. So this is the connector that was from the new AC unit. This is the freeze cord, and I plugged it up here. Let's see if you guys can see that. So the fan, metal fans here, you just tuck it right in there. It doesn't matter anywhere. It's a freeze sensor. So if these metal fan blades freeze up, then it sends a signal and it cuts the AC off. So you just tuck those up in there, and then once that's all in, we're ready to put our bolts back in. So I'm looking up in here at the AC. I want to make sure that it is pretty much square inside the opening here, and I want it to be even on all sides. I don't want to be able to, I don't want it all be shifted to one side or the other, or forwards or back. I want it to be pretty much centered around, and we're going to make sure that insulating foam is tucked right at the edges here on all sides. Then we're going to take our metal shroud and we're going to put that back up in the same way it came down. And this box, you just move it out of the way for now. We'll secure that back here in a minute. But for now, we just want to get this AC secured. And I almost forgot, we need to use thread locker as well. So we're going to use blue thread locker, even though I don't know why this container is red. This is blue thread locker. So we're going to put that on there. We're going to put our first screw in, or our first bolt in. And we're going to screw them all 4 in by hand, probably 4 or 5 turns. All right, now that I have all 4 in, I'm going to take my 3/8 nut driver and I am going to tighten them all down. We're going to tighten them down evenly. So we'll tighten them down until they're all flat and flush, and then we'll go cross pattern and tighten it all the way down. Now what you're looking for is you want that insulating seal from the AC to be the same thickness all the way around after you tighten it down. So you do want to tighten it down, you want to compress that seal, and then you want to leave the seal maybe about 1/2 inch all the way around. So tighten it down until you get about 1/2 inch, until it's about 1/2 inch wide all the way around. It doesn't matter what depth it is really. I mean, you don't have to measure with tape measure. It just needs to be consistent all the way around, and it does need to be compressed down to the roof. All right, now that I've got that kind of secured there, we're gonna flip it on, see if it works. Cool, 65. See what happens. Give it a minute or so and it should get cool. Yeah, that's nice and cold. Compressor kicked on. Alright, so we fixed our problem. So now all we gotta do is put our shroud back on and we are ready to go camping. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.